Hey guys, Drudder here. It's Saturday night. Thanks for all your comments on my last video about the lost/stolen silver. As I said in that video, we will never know what happened in the mail system, if it was stolen or if it just broke free and rolled out. There were some nasty comments directed towards me as well, but mostly towards the guy who shipped to me. And I just wanted to say to him, I never meant for those comments to happen. I think people were overly harsh, and you were just trying to give me a hand, and I really appreciate what you tried to do. And just for everyone's awareness, we have decided to split the loss on that, so it will be split between him and I, and no hard feelings, and he's still willing to do it in the future, but he does want to change the way we ship, and I think rightly so. We will do it differently. If I need the sativas again, then we'll do it differently next time. Okay, but moving along to this video now, I wanted to show you some changes I've made to my business model and website. So there's to minimize theft and loss and whatnot possibilities. Okay, so these two options or products are the same as they were before. 1 ounce maple to Canada, 1 ounce maple to anywhere but Canada. 29, 31. Prices are the same and the items are the same. The only difference is you can only get one of these. And as before, you can only order one. You can only make one order at a time. You can't make 10 orders of one each or whatever. Now the reason it's limited to one, I guess I don't really have to explain it. The higher dollar value on a PayPal payment, the more likely or the more risky it is for the seller, which is me, because that money can just be retrieved at any time. They don't even have to prove anything. Just, I didn't get the item, money comes back. If there was no tracking on the package, then there's nothing I can do. So that's basically why I have to do it that way. There's a lot of other Canada Post and the Government of Canada and other regulations that are imposed on me that all have to be taken into consideration, but I won't go into all those details. Now, why would you want only one at a time? I think there's a lot of reasons. For one, you might want to test the delivery time, how long it takes me to ship to you, and then so you know what the turnaround is, how long your money's going to be tied up, basically. You might want to check out the product. Maybe you've never held a maple in your hand or whatever. Have one delivered, check it out, and then make a decision from there, right? Another is you want to avoid customs or government tracking of your metal purchases. When you buy it just one at a time, it's going to come in an envelope, and I'll show at the end of this video that it can be done effectively. I've been doing it for a long time. You might want to have just one delivered just to get around the customs and tracking. I mean, it's going to take you a long time to accumulate a huge stack that way, but it is a possibility, and I've talked to a lot of buyers around the world who say, I'll still be buying. If I can only buy one at a time, I'm still going to do it. Because the price is the same and shipping's included, right? So basically all it means is that there's a longer time frame involved if you want a large stack of them. But now on to the new options. There are 3. This is 10 1 ounce Canadian maples with shipping included to Canada for $300. And as you'll notice, it's more than 10 single ones. 10 single ones would be $290, and this is $300. Okay. To USA, $310. I was surprised I could do it for that, but I can. And I know you have AppMex and whatnot down in the States, so I'm not sure if it's going to be competitive. But if it is, it is, and if it's not, it's not. I'm not asking people to buy something that's overpriced for them. If you can get it cheaper, or you have a local bullion dealer or a website that's better than this, then please do not buy from me. I'm not asking you to. I'm trying to provide this as a service to people, not trying to get harvest money off of my subscribers or whatever. 10 1 ounce maples to worldwide, $345. The reason it's so much more than Canada or the US is that there are a lot of countries that are harder to ship to, and they charge a lot of money for tracking and delivery confirmation, which is what is required for me to be able to do this. So we'll just click on the Canadian one here. This item includes 10 1 ounce silver maples, express post shipping, tracking, signature confirmation, and insurance. Okay? So I think that is going to be a good option for everyone, including myself. There's much less possibility of something going wrong. I do know how to ship in envelopes, and I've done it for a long time, not necessarily with silver, but for small inflexible items, and for about 10 years now, and so I know the postal system fairly well. But I think this is going to be, I'm quite excited about it actually. It's going to be a good thing, and people are going to get their package delivered to their door, and they're going to sign for it, and or they leave a note and you go and pick it up at the post office and sign for it. Everyone's covered. There's no possibility of something going wrong, and as you can see, by averaging out the cost, increased cost of the shipping over, say, 10 maples, you really, the price difference is negligible. This is 300 Canadian dollars for 10 maples delivered to your door with tracking insurance and delivery confirmation. I think that's pretty good, and I was really surprised at this one. Only $10 more to the US. I'm very pleased with that. And $3.45, that's, now you're paying $34.50 Canadian per maple. But that's delivered anywhere in the world to your door with insurance and delivery confirmation and signature and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if this is going to work out. It's going to be great, and I have a feeling it will work out. And of course, I have the silver dollars and the 50-cent pieces here still, as before. But I'm probably forgetting a lot. But I just wanted to give you the basic rundown of the changes that I've made, and I'm pretty excited about what this means. Now, in the interest of transparency, and I'm not talking the kind of transparency that Obama promised, I'm talking actual transparency, I want to talk to you about profits and what kind of profits I'm expecting on this business that I've set up. I'll go through the costs of a 1 ounce Canadian silver maple delivered somewhere in Canada using the method that I use, which I'll show after this. Okay, so the cost right now is $29 Canadian. And I'm able to buy them from the store, if I buy in quantity, for $25 Canadian, and there's no tax on that. So there's $4 there that is going somewhere, and a lot of people would say, is that all profit? No, that's not all profit. There is, to be paid out of that, of course, is the shipping, and I'm able to ship this in a regular envelope with just a regular Canadian stamp on it, so that's about 60 cents. Then there's the envelope and paper and stationery used in that, as well as the tax on all those things, including the stamp. And then there's the PayPal fee. PayPal charges somewhere between $1 and $2 for each of these ounces. So that has to be paid. There's nothing anyone can do about that. That's just something that I have to pay. So that comes off of the $4, about $1.50. Then there's other business overhead, like I have to pay my programmer to keep my website running and to do my improvements on my website. I have to pay for the domain and hosting and all that kind of stuff, and other costs of doing business. It's not a large amount of the $4, not a large portion of that $4, but it is in there. I mean, it has to be paid. You can't run a business without paying your overhead. And then lastly, there's profit, and it's about 50 cents per ounce. 50 cents Canadian per ounce. Okay, so that should answer your questions on how much profit can be made doing something like this. It is a very small amount. If I sell 100 maples in a month, I've made $50, and that could take me several hours of every day in that month to do it for $50. So like I was saying, there is not a big profit in it, but the profit isn't what I'm doing it for. I do want to break even at least. This isn't my main source of income, but it is a source of income for me, or at least I would hope it to be. But like I said before, if it's not something that is attractive to you, and it's not something that is viable for you, and you can get silver cheaper locally or through a different website, then please do. I'm only here to try and provide a service for people. And if I can't provide a service and still break even, then obviously I won't do it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to package 1 ounce of silver in an envelope and get it to any destination you like without anyone knowing what was in it. Alright, how do I get this 1 ounce maple leaf to someone else safely without anyone detecting it in the mail, without it getting caught in a mail machine or something and ripped open, and not spending an arm and a leg to do so? Using freshly washed hands or gloves, slide it into this top loader. Now these are used for sports cards normally, but I find that they are just the right thickness to hold 1 ounce of silver, and there's going to be no chance of anything scratching that. You can't get through that plastic. So now immediately you've already protected the coin. The coin is now safe. Okay. Next, you're going to want to take an envelope. Don't use any regular envelope. Use an envelope with security protections. Okay. Now this makes it harder to see through the envelope. This envelope also is a sturdy envelope, as you can hear. Write the destination on there. And of course, my address up there. Then what I do is I take 3 or 4 sheets of paper, which is actually, more than you need, but it's just a good idea because it's extra padding and it makes it harder to feel what's inside. And then I fold it perfectly to the size of the envelope. And make a few folds like that. Okay, now you see that's going to fit in there perfectly. Next, take a small piece of tape and I close off the top. A customer of mine actually recommended that I do that, and I've started to do so. Now, even if that silver were to move around in there, which is hard for it to do, it's not going to be able to come out. Okay, and then I center it in there. I tape it on both sides securely. Okay, there is almost no chance that is going to be coming loose from there. Okay, fold it over like that. Write a little personalized greeting on the front. Slip it into the envelope. Tape it to the envelope so the paper insert can't move at all. Close the envelope, seal it properly, and then I tape both sides so no one can possibly look in there. Okay? Now how does that feel? All you can tell is you can feel that there's some paper in there, and you can feel that there's something firm in the middle, but you don't know what's in there. It's not going to catch on any machine. It's perfectly smooth. The best part is that you can put just a regular stamp on here. 1 ounce is approximately 30 grams, and usually they cut it off around 30 to 35 grams. You have to add more stamps if you go above that, but for this you won't. That's 1 stamp fits on there, and then this will get to wherever you need to go. I've been shipping in this manner for a long time. Before coins, it was other things. That's it for this video, but thanks for watching, and I really appreciate all your comments and rating my videos, and for the friendship that you guys provide. It's awesome. It's been good to get to know everybody, and I'm not going anywhere. So, hope you're having a great weekend. Well, I know I will be in about 5-10 minutes. Talk to you soon.